Hi there crafters, welcome along today. It's Louise with you and I'm sharing a 9x12 scrapbook layout initially inspired by the travel ephemera in this month's kit. So I am going to be honest, I struggled big time with this layout. I chose this photo because it is my boys after they walked to the end of the Uranga Pier, and I think because it's travel themed and it's got this great sort of sky mixed with water, mixed with darker background, I kind of wanted to replicate that in those papers. So you can see that I've chosen the paper that's got that blue at the top, it's got like that teal of the water in the middle, and that green at the bottom, almost like replicating sky, land, grass image in my mind. But I couldn't get it to work. So you can see I've pulled out some of the bits that I want to include on this page, you know, the ship indicating that it's the water picture, some of those little cute little travel embellishments. I have a bit of a fiddle around with a tag and I've got some angled. I started with torn paper. I just could not get this to work for me. So what I do in this situation is I'll sometimes just put a layout aside and work on something else. So it could be that I do another design team project. It could be that I'm busy with my family and I don't get back to scrap for a little while. It could be that I might go and do something completely different. And in this case, what I did was I sort of scrapped what I had started with, tried not to salvage it, and decided to go with something that works pretty well for me, and that is the grid layout. So because I'm creating on a 9x12 background, I'm going to try to make my grid elements the same size as my photo. So you can see all I'm doing is just cutting them into similar sizes. Now, because I had already torn that piece of paper, there's a chunk missing out of it. But I decide that I'm going to go with it. I kind of like, it's almost like a little bit of a cookie bite, and I actually really like it. I don't hate it on the page. So definitely different to how I started with this in my mind, but by going with the grid layout, it gives me that chance to place my embellishments around the page and just think a little bit more about how I can make this aesthetically pleasing. So once I'm happy with how this is looking, I'm going to start to stick some of it down with adhesive because I'm quite satisfied with how this is looking. My camera decided for a little while it wasn't going to work, but to add the black around parts that I'd already stuck down, because I couldn't obviously mount them on black cardstock, I just used a black pen and traced around them, which will work exactly the same. Of course, at the moment, I'm all about the journaling, so making sure that you're putting some form of journaling onto your layouts. And then I wanted to try and use some stickers as well. I definitely love the sort of what I call a shimmery sticker. So I'm going to use some of those shimmery circles. But again, I had to go with some stickers from my stash in order to sort of enhance this layout to something that I was happy with. So I'm stash busting stickers and including that as my item of choice with this month's kit so that I can get through and bust some of what I've got, but also make this layout so that I'm happy enough to put it in an album. So that's the final stages here, is just adding a couple more little stickers and bits and pieces, but I'm officially calling this layout done. Thank you for watching, and I'm hoping you stuck with me since the beginning and saw how this layout changed it up. And of course, check out Kitaholic Kits and make sure if you haven't already that you subscribe. So thanks for popping by today.